Hi, my name is Dana, if you don't already know me. I'm going to teach you how you can effectively clean your house without any chemicals and in a healthier, environmentally safe way that's also going to save you a lot of time and it's going to save you money. I'm kind of camera shy, so making these videos isn't really easy for me, but that just goes to show how much I love these products and the company Norwex. Everything they do, from the products that they make that help us reduce chemical exposure, to the recyclable packaging, to the way they ship everything to us. They're doing everything that they can think of to reduce our carbon footprint on the planet and make a brighter future. So I've decided to go out of my comfort zone, make these videos so I can share it with more people. I was first introduced to Norwex by being invited to a Facebook party. And it was really an eye-opener for me. I knew chemicals were bad, I think we all know they're bad, but I realized that I was actually pretty naive when it came to chemical information. Between what I learned at the party and then doing some of my own research, I learned a lot of facts that were really alarming. Since the 1950s, 80,000 chemicals have been created. 1,300 have been banned in Europe. Only 11 have been banned in the United States. So here in the United States, we're still using chemicals that Europe has already decided are way too unsafe. We shouldn't be using. 80% of chemicals that we come into contact with haven't been tested at all for safety on humans. So we're being treated as like a science experiment with these chemicals. Us, our families, our children, our grandchildren, we're being experimented on with these chemicals. And I'm talking about chemicals that are found in everyday items. Toothpaste, mouth rinse, shampoo and conditioner, body wash, makeup, laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, things that we're coming into contact with every day, multiple times a day. Another fact that I'll bring up a lot in some of my other videos is that it only takes 26 seconds of contact with a chemical for it to make its way into your bloodstream. So then when you start looking at facts about the rise in cancer and behavioral disorders and that kind of stuff, it starts getting kind of depressing. So I'm going to stay away from those facts, but it is just something to be aware of. So chemicals are scary, but so is bacteria. You know, you can get really sick from bacteria. And we see these cleaning products that say that they're going to kill 99.9% of bacteria, so we use them. Until my first Norwex party, I didn't know there was an option to clean effectively with just water, and I'll get how to do that in a minute. But first I want to take a look at some of these bottles. I'm not sure how many of you guys follow the directions for use on your cleaning products. I used to just like spray and then wipe, or wipe with the disinfectant wipe and think that I've killed the bacteria. But these actually have some pretty extensive directions for use on them. I think everybody has these wipes or has had at some point in their house. This says, wipe surface to be disinfected. Use enough wipes for treated surface to remain visibly wet for 4 minutes. That's a long time, and I definitely was not following that direction. On top of that, for surfaces that come into contact with food, use only on hard, non-porous surfaces and rinse thoroughly with water. So once you've disinfected the area, you need to rewash it with water if it's an area that's going to come into contact with food, which is probably the reason why you're trying to disinfect, because it's an area that's going to come into contact with food, like a countertop or a tabletop, or even your bathroom sink that might come into contact with your toothbrush. You should be washing that again afterwards. So these also have some pretty serious warnings on here too. This says, use only in well-ventilated areas. Before use, open windows and turn on fan. Well, I live in Vermont and I still need to clean in the winter when it's cold, and I can't open the windows every time I need to do that, so that's just not ideal. Avoid contact with skin, so you should probably wear rubber gloves. Wear protective eyewear, it says that on here. Not recommended for use by persons with heart conditions or chronic respiratory problems such as asthma. A lot of people have asthma, so it says right there that it's not recommended for a lot of people to even use this. So imagine someone in your house gets a stomach bug in like January, February, and you want to disinfect everything to avoid anyone else getting sick. If you follow the directions on your cleaning products, you're probably going to go through a couple of these, or maybe a whole bottle of this, to saturate the area for 4 minutes. This one actually says to leave for 10 minutes before wiping. So to saturate the area from 4 to 10 minutes, then you're going to need to retrace your steps and wipe down with water any area that you cleaned that might come into contact with food. So this is going to take you a really long time. Plus you're going to have your windows open, so your heating bill is just going to skyrocket. That's going to be outrageous in January to have your windows open. So the point I'm trying to make with all of this is that there's a lot of cleaning products out there that are bad for us. And we're using them thinking that we're killing 99.9% of bacteria. But the truth is, unless we're following these really extensive directions, which I never was, we're not killing the bacteria. We're just adding some toxic chemicals into the mixture with it. So I have a challenge for you guys. I would like you to find a cleaning product in your own house and post in the comments either the directions for use or a warning that's on the label of one of the bottles. I think it'd be interesting to hear some more. And I also think it's important that you guys know how you're supposed to be using the products that you have in your house. I will give anybody who does this another entry into the giveaway that we're going to do. So it'll be fun. With Norwex, the goal is to remove bacteria instead of killing it. And how that's done is with these microfiber cloths. These here are Enviro cloths. It's a super dense microfiber. To be considered a microfiber, the fiber can be no larger than 1/6 the size of a human hair. Norwex's microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair, so it's super tiny. And in here is one continuous strand. If you were to unravel this, it would be 10 million feet long. So if you look up close, you can see all these kind of fuzzy looking loops. I'll show you this one too because it's wet and you might be able to see it a little differently. To remove bacteria with this cloth, you want to dampen it with water and then fold it so you can easily hold it and wipe it flat across your surface. As you do this, all those fuzzy looking microfibers are going to act like little grabbers and pull the dust, dirt, and all the bacteria from a surface into the cloth where it gets trapped between the densely woven fibers. So with just water, this cloth can remove the bacteria that all these products say that they can kill through their extensive directions. And there's no need to open a window, wear rubber gloves, or protective eyewear with these cloths. To make these cloths even more special, they have something called backlock. Backlock is a microsilver, which is an antibacterial agent that's woven into these tiny fibers. Silver has been used throughout history. Greeks and Romans stored water and wine in silver pitchers because they realized that it lasted longer that way. During the plague in Europe, wealthy families ate from silver plates and utensils because they realized they weren't getting sick when they did that. It was the antimicrobial properties from the silver. That's also where the phrase "born with a silver spoon in their mouth" came from. So after you've used this cloth to remove bacteria from a surface, the bacteria is now trapped in these dense fibers. And it's stuck in this environment that's just not ideal for it to thrive. A lot of Norwex's products contain backlock, so they can be used and rinsed and used over and over again before they need to be laundered, and they're not going to spread bacteria from one area to another. These cloths aren't going to get gross and stinky like a normal cloth would if you used it over and over. So thanks for watching. I'm going to post some more videos that will be a little bit more fun, showing you some of Norwex's products and how I use them in daily, everyday tasks and chores, and explain how they work. So for those of you who know me, know I'm kind of a clean freak and I like things neat and organized, so I'll give you some of my personal tips as well.